Mark Montague is the guy singing on the interlude, and that's why it's called Based Montague Interlude.
Nice. Okay. Isn't like the Montagues? Isn't that from like Romeo and Juliet or some shit?
Yeah, I think it is.
That's what I thought it
It's
was.
one of the
I thought
families.
that's what it was
Yeah.
about. Okay.
No, no, it's just a guy I know.
Okay, it's just a guy. All right, dude. Again, me reading into these things again. It's deep, and he's like, "Nah, dude, this is some guy." Welcome to the 147th episode of the Cast That Ends Creation. I'm your host, Chris Deering. This is the show where I interview bands and public figures from the Mathcore adjacent communities. If you enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, do all things social. Every little bit helps. You can also feel free to join us every Sunday and Wednesday for the live cast where you can interact with the guests in real time through the comments or just hang out in the chat. You can also subscribe to this channel for $5. You get access to the interviews before they hit YouTube and other streaming platforms, as well as some exclusive emotes. You can also do that for free by attaching Amazon Prime account to a Twitch account. It's like taking $5 from Jeff Bezos' pocket and putting it in mine. With that out of the way, let me introduce our guest today who dropped their debut EP, Some Will See Your Light as a Curse, back in March. Welcome in Silithyst. How's it going, guys?
Hi, how's it going?
Going great. Thanks for coming on.
Of course, thanks for having us.
So I gotta say, your album, you spell your U-R, or your EP, I'm sorry, you spell your U-R. Why not just say your?
I think that was just like a stylistic for no reason thing. I thought I liked it. Formatting it in all lowercase with the UR just, I don't know, at the time felt right to me. It has no meaning whatsoever.
Okay. Well, I forgot to get us introduced first. So why don't you tell us who you are, what you do in the band?
I'm Devin. I sing and scream and do some of the production.
What's up? I'm Nick. I do mostly the production stuff, and I do sing on some songs, but a little bit.
So you guys dropped your first single, When the Novice Necromancer Hits You with That Dollar Store Frost Spell, back in January. Love that name, by the way. Is that when the project started up?
Yeah. So that song is funny because that song originally there's a demo floating around in someone's email where that was originally a drag demo like 2 years ago that we just never used. It was a little too electronic. It doesn't really sound anything like the one that's on the Silithyst record, but the lyrics are the same. And then me and Nick were just like fucking around and wanted to do like something that we can just do crazy stuff, do whatever we want. And he made that beat and I took the lyrics from that old demo because it kind of had a similar sound to it and used them. And we actually wrote, recorded, shot the video for, and released that song in the same night. We were just bored.
Nice. That's crazy. So was it at first supposed to be just like a one-time fun thing or whatever, or were y'all planning on trying to make this more of a serious project?
I think it started as a for fun thing, especially because like the second video we put out also we put together in like 2 or 3 days. And I think at that point after the second one we were like, okay, well maybe we can like put a project together and do a whole thing with it. But it was definitely like just for fun. I don't think we had any intention of doing it live or doing anything serious with it at first.
Okay. Booze Rad Likey Player? I have no idea how to say that name. It says they love the EP. They go so hard live.
That says Booze Radley Keys Player. Shout out Booze Radley. Shout out Dylan.
Booze Rad. So yeah, you dropped your debut EP, Some Will See Your Light as a Curse, back on March 4th. I'm still new to this kind of music. I'm definitely gonna sound like a boomer when I'm talking about it. What genre do you consider yourselves?
I don't know. We've so originally we were using the word death pop. I thought I made that up, and then I found out that death pop is like a thing and it's like gothy, like new wave kind of shit. Which has absolutely nothing to do with what we sound like. So I don't know. Like if like the average person asks, I call it like digital hardcore or synth punk, or we run with a lot of the cyber grind folks, even though we don't really have any grind influence whatsoever. So like,
Is it
we
what the
kinda get
kids
roped
would
in with
call
those guys.
hyperpop, or again, I'm a boomer?
Um, the one song is the second video we put out. I would say is, but I don't think it's something that we really like identify with or
By the second video, you mean
claim.
the simplest argument to refute a moral nihilist is to kill them? Is that
Mhm.
the second one?
Yeah,
Which one is that on the EP? I don't remember like names of songs. Is that the last song?
they're all on the EP. That's the fifth track. That's after the interlude,
Okay, I
and
think
it's
I
the
know
one
which
with
one you're
it's the
talking
one with
about.
the really pitched vocal, like the high pitched vocal.
Is that what makes hyperpop then? Like the pitch vocals? Like to you, that's what it is?
Some people would say that. I don't really know. I'm not really in that scene either. Like, it's one of those things where it's like making music that I don't really listen to. Like, so I don't even know what it is. Like, it's something that I don't think either of us are super familiar with, or if there's like a rule set for. So we kind of are just exploring a bunch of different sounds. I think it's getting a little more uniform with the new stuff. I think it's getting a little more like the new stuff we're writing is getting a little more like bottled into genres. Whereas I
Congealed
feel
or
like,
whatever.
yeah, like we're still trying to be weird and try new stuff, but I think it's, a little less all over the place. But I don't know. I struggle to come up with like a genre that's a real genre, and I'm not even trying to be like pretentious or like anything. I just don't really know what I would call it.
Nick, weigh in. What do you think, man?
I don't really know either because I don't really know what hyperpop is, honestly. I don't
Right?
know.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just us kind of like taking like our own influences, kind of making something electronic, but also like a little on the heavy side. I don't really know.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think it's just
Like trap metal.
Crimebird says that you guys are MySpace revival.
Basically, I mean, what else were those kids doing other than making weird shit with no rules? Didn't know what they were doing.
So, you're saying this is stuff that it's hard to categorize. What kind of bands y'all take influence from?
I think our influences are super different. I'm really into like third wave emo, like poser core, mall emo, like AFI and Taking Back Sunday and stuff like that. And I'm really into like electronic core, like early Enter Shikari and Horse and all the cybergrind stuff.
I've never heard anybody call a music genre poser core, or what would you call it? What'd you call it?
Yeah. Poser core, yeah, like stuff that you would get made fun of in high school for listening to by both like the jockey kids and the real emo kids. Like, I listen to fake emo. Yeah, exactly. Someone said design the skyline. I love that shit.
Nick, what are some influences that you're taking in?
I would say like some emo for me too. I also like some stuff like Breakin's, Gene Dawson, kind of like that stuff that falls under hyperpop.
I have
guess.
no idea who that is. I gotta check that out. Like I said, dude, I'm a boomer.
they're
All
cool,
this
though.
hyperpop stuff. But yeah, you have so many different textures going along. Like to build off of what you were saying, Devin, about you guys being kind of like scattered, I guess. Some songs are heavier than others, so I can see what you're saying with that. But I really like all the different like textures and stuff you guys are doing. Never really a dull moment. My favorite songs are the first and last ones. I don't know, they feel the most like together, I guess is a good way to say it. Most formed or most well written. And also you have cool
Thank you.
guests on them too. Definitely Corey's performance is great. But definitely in the last track, it's a little more chill than other stuff that you guys got going on. And I believe you pronounce her name Cheska Sama? Whoever that
Yes,
is,
yeah,
her
Cheska
voice is
Sama.
amazing. So yeah, I feel like you guys did really, really well. Here's a really strong debut. So congrats on that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Who's Cheska Sama, by the way?
So Cheska Sama is a artist from New York. They are a like synth pop band kind of thing. We got to talking just like online and through the scene and stuff, and I really liked a lot of the stuff that they were doing. And when we wrote that song, it was kind of the outlier. That song we wrote, like I was trying to make something that sounded like the Postal Service and stuff like that. and I was just thinking, like, man, this song is really pretty, and I can't really sing. And I'm not like a singer. Like, I can find my way through these songs in whatever way it would service them. But I was like, I really want someone who can like sing on this. And we had just become friends like very recently, and we were just starting to talk. So I just asked them if they would want to hop on, and it ended up working out really well.
I think you might be selling yourself short, though, man. The chorus on "Things Don't Breathe, Then They Sleep in Snow," first song or whatever. It's great. It's really
That's
fucking
Nick.
catchy.
That's Nick singing.
Oh, that's Nick
Yeah.
singing. Alrighty, alrighty. Well, that's very good, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So how does the writing process work with y'all?
We would usually it would be like a Friday night. We live together. We don't anymore. We live in the same apartment for school. We go to the same college. And it would be nights that Nick doesn't really sleep, and I have my own nights like that. So it would be a lot of nights where I would just text Nick at like 3 a.m. and be like, "Hey man, you want to like make some beats? You wanna do something?" And I would like fumble my laptop down to his room in my pajamas and shit, and we would just like throw everything at the Logic session at once and see what stuck. And then as soon as we got an instrumental we liked, we actually had a fourth roommate who was like a random that we didn't know, and we didn't really like hang with him. And I can play live, but I get recording shy. I hate it. So we would take the laptop out to Nick's car, and we would, in our parking garage next to our apartment, we would record all the vocals in his car. And then
So you're just like chilling in a car, screaming and shit.
yeah, at the top of a parking garage.
That has to be hard though. Whenever you're just sitting there, like sitting down and screaming, like that has to be more difficult, right?
Probably, yeah. I want to try to get them recorded in like an actual place for the new stuff, but yeah, I mean, it's just, and like the same mic that I use live, like it's just like an SM58 in his car.
Booze Rattly Keys player figured out how to say your name. Car Seat Vox, sounds like real emo to me. And Dead Sun Project, real emo is some kid who cracked FL Studio.
Shout out Dead Sun Project. That band rocks, or that project rocks.
So lyrical inspiration. It seems like you're singing about like broken relationships, feelings of inadequacy. I guess more like depressive kind of feelings. Where do you get your inspiration from?
To be honest with you, none of the shit on the record means much. A lot of it is very impersonal. A lot of it is stuff that I thought sounded nice or stuck well. A lot
You're
of the
the
more
only person that said that in here, by the way, which I
Really?
find refreshing. Most people are like, "Oh yeah, these are super like personal things that have happened to me and all this stuff," and like you can just tell that that's not the case for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people are writing stories and stuff. Sorry to cut you off. I just wanted to say that's really awesome that you're like admitting that.
Yeah. The more specific songs are about a shitty label situation we had, and just like a shitty friend situation. So there is some like fractured relationships, but it's not really romantic. It is more a lot about trust and stuff like that being broken. But also a lot of it is not anything. It's super impersonal. A lot of it is just stuff that I thought of in the shower or took from Notes app pages that my friends have sent me, and like it's not at all a super personal record, to be honest with you, lyrically.
Dead Sun Project says, "I think it's easy to relate to vague concepts anyway, though. Like Y'all's is the project from this scene that I relate to the most lyrically."
Cool.
Awesome. The recording process, we already kind of went over that. It's self-recorded in its entirety, right?
Yeah.
You didn't like send it off to somebody to master it or anything like that? Nice. Good job
No.
on it, man. Good job on it.
We mastered
Definitely
it in
not
Nick's
mastered.
bed.
Definitely not mastered. I'll tell you that much.
How long did it take you guys to get this all like mixed and everything and ready to put out?
How long did you spend mixing it?
I mean, it's kind of one of those things where like you're mixing it while you're doing it, and
Oh, yeah,
some of the
that's
songs
cool.
like really kind of didn't really mix because like some of them are just like serum patches, and those kind of like sound good already, and like I was just kind of some of the songs I was just like, all right, it's done, and we're both kind of like it sounds good to us, so
Yeah.
I didn't spend like time like mixing it really per se, but a little bit.
We didn't. That's the answer. Is we did.
Yeah, we
0
didn't mix
minutes.
I'm glad y'all are saying that because the bass on some of these tracks is so overwhelming. I lived with my mom, and my mom, like, as soon as I started playing it, she's just like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, it's so bassy." I'm like, it's pretty intense.
There's I don't know if this would segue into the other thing, but I had that moment when we played at the first venue that I've ever played at that had our own stage monitors, and I was like, holy shit, this is loud. Like the first, like we've only ever played one venue that I had like real stage monitors and could like really hear the tracks and shit, and oh my god, the bass was so fucking loud.
It is. But it's sick. It works really well. I can't remember. Actually, I feel like it's the one that y'all did the video for. The Simplest Argument. I'm pretty sure where it's just like it just hit. No, it was the first video that y'all did. Whichever song that one was for. It hit the bass hits just immediately. It's just like unrelenting. It's just like, God, this is really fucking loud. I gotta turn this down.
I think that was the whole point, actually.
No, it fits so well.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It fits so well for that part. So do you have a favorite plugin? I guess you're saying some of the Serum plugins. I'm not really familiar with that company, but any plugins that like saved your life in this process?
Not really. Just like
Okay.
kind of like a lot of the writing process is kind of just like going through and just like playing notes on like each of them until like we found something that like kind of sounded cool
Okay.
that we liked. So
I love
Yeah.
how just like candid you guys are about how like you didn't put much effort into it at all. I think it sounds really good though, man. Shit.
Yeah.
So got the artwork. We got the artwork up on stream. What exactly are we looking at?
That's a good question. What are we looking at, Nick? Do you want to tell us what we're looking at, Nick?
so
Did you do the art, Nick, or?
yeah.
Okay.
Basically, what I did was like I would just find a bunch of like shit posts on like Instagram or something like that. And whenever I found one that just like looked weird, I would like screenshot it. And then one night I was just like I had a bunch of them, so I was like I kind of make a collage of them, but then like just like really fuck it up with like a bunch of filters. So, like I would just like cut and paste like a bunch of like these shit posts onto like the square, and then just like drown it in effects until it kind of looks cool to me. And I said we should use this as the album cover, and then
What's
So
like,
it's a
the
bunch
eyes?
of memes then?
Yeah, it's basically a bunch of memes.
it's basically exactly
What is it? Ham with eyes? What is like the main guy on there?
I think it's like a ham or steak with eyes. I don't know where I found the picture, but it's like probably one of my favorite pictures on the internet.
I was kind of thinking the creature with the teeth or whatever is like an alien from the movie Alien. Is that the case or no?
No, I don't
I
think
don't
so,
think
but
so.
I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure that that's an alien from the Crackdown games on PS3. Is that what they are? I think we accidentally like just stole that.
Wait, what is it? Wait, which part of the collage is this?
Top right.
Not correct. Wait, it was a PS3 exclusive launch title FPS but not Killzone. I don't know. I'm gonna find it. We can get
Crimebird
back to
says
this.
this is being asked to show your work when you guess the answer.
Yeah, yeah. But it's okay. We rock. It's all good.
It looks good. I thought that there was like intention, like meaning and shit and all this stuff, but apparently
Oh no.
not.
My intention was it being cool.
It looks
Yeah,
sick.
kinda
Like
just-
this looks like something that you paid money for. So good on y'all. It looks really good.
Thank you.
Oh, you also did some music videos. So
We did.
one is simplest argument to refute a moral nihilist is to kill them. Where do you come up with your song titles, by the way? Do they actually mean anything or not?
That one is something that my friend Jake said to me once, and it stuck with me, especially because that's one of the songs that's like about something. The Novice Necromancer hits you with that dollar store frost spell is it's a Skyrim meme. There's a picture of it. It's literally just like a bottom text, like impact font Skyrim meme of like a character, and it says that word for word, and it made me laugh. Things Don't Breathe When They Sleep in Snow is from a YouTube series of Five Nights at Freddy's fan film. Shout out Squiptus McGrippus. You know, like the fucking horror games with like the animatronics. It's from that. Yeah, FNAF VHS. Yeah, they know it in chat. Some Will See Your Light as a Curse is something that Crimebird from chat gave me. They gave me that title, and that one like has a meaning to me. I don't know if it's the intended meaning when they wrote that down, but is there any other songs on there?
Well, what's the meaning that it has for you?
Oh, if you want me, yeah, I can talk about it. To me, Some Will See Your Light as a Curse is just the fact that no matter what you do, there's always gonna be someone who condemns you for your happiness, for chasing your own happiness or finding your own happiness.
That's what I got out of it too. That's what I thought it meant.
Yeah. And then Bass Montague Interlude. Oh my God, that's a story in itself. I guess I can go into that one too. Based Montague Interlude is shout out Mark Montague. So there's this rapper that went to high school with me. His name's Saint Leppy. I think someone mentioned him in chat earlier. He went to high school with me. He makes some funny stuff. You should have him on the show sometime. He's a character. And there was a day where he came up from Delaware to our apartment in New Jersey, and we were gonna make beats for him, and it never really worked out. But we had a beat where my friend Mark, he's really into like goth and stuff. He's a singer. He was in drag for a little bit. We had a video of him singing "Boys Don't Cry" by The Cure a cappella, and so we sampled that as the hook on that beat. We like pitched it up, so that's what the singing is on the interlude song. It's my friend singing The Cure pitched up, and then when we were like, we should put an interlude on the record, Nick pulled that file out and then just like put a bunch of Logic default sounds in it. So Mark Montague is the guy singing on the interlude, and that's why it's called Based Montague Interlude.
Nice. Okay. Isn't like the Montagues? Isn't that from like Romeo and Juliet or some shit?
Yeah, I think it is.
That's what I thought it was.
It's one of the
I
families.
thought that's what it was
Yeah.
about. Okay.
No, it's just a guy I know.
Okay, it's just a guy. All right, dude. Again, me reading into these things again. It's deep, and he's like, "Nah, dude, this is some guy." So you guys are playing shows now. What's the best show you guys have played so far?
Huh. Wow, I don't mean to choke. I'm trying to think. So playing in Marlton is fun. We've played this place a few times. Marlton, New Jersey. It's like a school of rock that they let me book hardcore shows in after all the kids leave. So it's this like big fucking room, like super nice equipment, like everything just sounds really good. And there's like a scene of kids that like pull up to that shit. Like every show, like it doesn't matter who's playing, it's like a bunch of like high schoolers who are really into like, they're like battle jacket punks, like they're really into like old school punk rock, and they go to every fucking show. And our first time playing there, we basically played to a room of 40 people or so that I didn't know, and that's like weird for
Whoa,
us.
what
Like
the
we
fuck?
like playing to like 30 or 40 kids that I've never seen in my life is like really weird, because I'm sure like
And it's your
playing
first time like
local.
playing this music too, like playing this music live
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, like, and it's like no one knew who we were, we didn't know who any of them were, but they all fucked with it. It was cool. Yeah, like they're super into it no matter what it is. It's really cool. Another good one was our first time playing New York City. That was actually the Cheskasama release show. We opened that. And someone came up to me after that show that I've never met in my life, and like told us that like he'd been waiting for us to come out, and that he like loved the record and stuff. And like, again, just like playing to people who are into it, who aren't my friends, is like always really memorable, because I feel like a lot of shows I just play like to my homies.
A lot of people in here with love for MTC.
Yeah, that's the venue. That's the venue in Marlton.
Yeah, music training center.
Music Training Center in Marlton. Yeah, that place is awesome.
What about you, Nick? What's your favorite show you played so far?
I think I have to agree with those two actually, because I think they just sounded like really good, and that like it all just like came together for those.
Yeah.
Is this the first time you've played any music live, Nick, or have you been in other bands before?
Now I played in a few bands, including like Dreg. I'm also in my own band.
Oh, okay. Cool. I was just gonna ask you how playing in front of 40 people for the first time was, if this is your first band, but since you have some experience, it probably wasn't that insane, huh?
That was my first time like actually like really singing, in front of people, when I like the songs where I do sing, like just having a mic and singing.
Oh, okay.
Which,
Okay.
that was definitely interesting, like not having a guitar or something like that. It's sorry, my dog's barking if you can hear it.
Oh, you're good, man. It's all good.
Yeah, it was cool.
So what's the worst show you guys have played?
I wouldn't say that we've played any terrible shows, but our first show, I would say, was probably our worst, just because I feel like you can only go up. That show was kind of rough. We hadn't completely figured it out yet, so our live setup right now, it's about to change a lot, but our live setup right now is basically like me as like the front man, and Nick with the computer and like the keyboard and like pressing all the funny buttons. But for our first show, we didn't have that set up, so we were literally just like running the tracks cybergrind style, and we were both just doing our vocal parts. And I have a lot more vocal parts than Nick, so it felt like there was a lot of like parts where maybe the stage presence wasn't as good as it is now, and there weren't that many people there, but it was still like a fine show. I don't think we've had any like remarkably bad shows, have we?
Yeah, I don't think anything remarkably bad. If like anything, it's probably just like technical stuff, which
Yeah,
happens sometimes.
I sabotage us a lot. I unplug our own equipment like every
There's that
show.
one time though where I stopped playing the music because I thought like your mic cut out, and we were talking on stage like what happened.
Oh yeah, our release show. I forgot. Our release show was awesome. Yeah, our release show was in Marlton with Zombie Shark, Trustfall, Thought Crime, and Freeze Motherfucker, who are all the besties. Shout out all those bands. But yeah, so my mic, I run my mic through like an effects processor, and my effects processor was plugged into like, you know how like real like theater stages have like outlets like on the stage.
Okay.
My effects processor for my mic was plugged into that, and I like was just like moving a lot and I kicked it out of the wall and my mic cut. And then Nick thought that my mic, and I fixed it, but then Nick thought my mic was still cut, so he stopped. And then I was like, "Wait, we're good. Let's keep going." And then he was like, "What do we mean we're good?" And then we ended up starting the song over. But I sabotage us a lot.
Dead Sun Project says shout out to when Silithyst blew out their amp on like the third song at MTC.
Shout out Sis.
Oh, is that not you guys? I thought that would be you guys, just abbreviated.
No, Sis is self-induced stomach trauma. They're like a punk band from our area. They rock. Those guys are awesome.
Yeah. So you were saying that your early shows was just playing the track as like a background track. I kind of figured that's how it was now. So what do you do on the laptop live?
Nick just has like a sample pad and just like does a lot of like extra instrumentation that isn't in the originals live. So like there's a bit of a slightly different sound to it live. He does a lot of the samples and he does a lot of just like extra more like industrial kind of instrumentation. But I guess I can say this here. We are a 3-piece now. So we're bringing on a live drummer. So that's going to be the new move.
Is he going to be able to match like the bassiness of your songs? Like we were just talking about how it was like, you know, these crazy bass is an aspect of your music.
So I think we were actually going to figure out how the hell we're going to do that like tonight after this interview. But I think we're going to do it like kind of like how Death Grips does a lot of their live drumming stuff, where like Zach Hill will just straight up play over the fake drums and like improvise a lot. And there's just like such a layer of like chaos to Death Grips live, because it's like you have the track with the fake drums and then you have a real drummer like keeping beat while also just like doing all this crazy improv shit. I think that might be the direction that we go in with it, but because like we're still gonna run a lot of the tracks. I don't think there's gonna be much that we take off of the tracks to with the live drummer. So I hope so. I hope he can. That's my answer. I hope he can do it.
Alrighty. You were telling me that you had a bit of a tour coming up, or
yeah,
you wanted to talk about it?
Yeah, I can talk about it. So this isn't announced officially yet, but we're gonna be doing a weekender at the end of July with our soulmate Zombie Shark. Just a little East Coast run, like 3 or 4 dates, but we've never really done anything like that before, so it'll be fun. We did a little weekender with Drag, but one of those dates was 5 minutes from where we live, so I almost don't count it. So yeah, like 3 or 4 dates at the end of July on the East Coast.
Alrighty. You also had something you might want to announce, might not want to announce. It's all good. I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah. Speaking of Zombie Shark and our friends, I can kind of announce that the next thing that we're going to be putting out is a 4-way split with Corey from Zombie Shark and 2 other really cool artists that I won't quite leak yet. But if you guys are into Buffalo sass, then you might be into who is on the split. It's not the band, but it's the front person of that band.
And so you guys currently have shirts, tapes, and CDs over at silithyst.bandcamp.com/merch. Is there any other like spots where people can pick stuff up, or are you trying to direct them to your Bandcamp?
Just our Bandcamp for right now. And yeah, we have one shirt design that we have printed and
oh, that's right. I was supposed to mention that. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, no, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. No, I if homie from Texas who bought a shirt the other day is here, I'm gonna ship that. I didn't know if we had one. I forgot to take them down from Bandcamp, but I got you. We do have your size. But buy a tape and buy a CD from our Bandcamp or the Big Money Cybergrind Bandcamp. We have plenty of those.
Alrighty. Big Money did the tapes for you guys. Is that right?
Big Money did the tapes and the CDs, and they're
And the
sick.
CDs, okay.
I love that label so much. Just the quality control is so nice with them.
I saw y'all's Magic card too, and Jesus Christ, it's way overpowered. Holy crap!
Is it? I don't. I play Magic so casually that I don't know any of that shit. But
that's awesome. I'm glad that they're still doing that shit. That's awesome.
It's awesome. Yeah.
So we can wrap this up with your album of the year so far. What are you guys thinking?
I can go first because I know Nick wasn't super sure, and I have so many that I want to shout out real quick. So even though it's an EP and it's only 4 tracks, nothing's topped Abandonware by Mikau for me this year. So Abandonware, Bleed the Dream by Foreign Hands was fucking sick. The Plastic Furnace EP that's not out yet, but I have a Google Drive link of, is like actually gonna make my year-end list. And same with the new Zombie Shark EP. That's not out yet, but it's so good. I know that's gonna make my list. Fucking stream Smile Support Society by Zombie Shark. As far as full lengths, fucking Ballista. If you're into like moshy death metal, like 200 Stab Wounds.
I actually had them on here recently.
Really? Ballista's awesome. That band
sick,
rocks. Yeah. The new Simulacra is really good. That's like just straight fucking dance floor music. If you like moshing, like the new Simulacra is awesome. Shout out PS You're Dead. And fucking Celebrity Therapist by the Callous Cowboys. I've only heard the single, but I know it'll probably be my album of the year. So.
Oh yeah. What about you,
Nick?
Probably the new PS2 Dead album. I listened to that the other day and I thought it was cool as fuck.
Good, hell yeah, they're awesome stuff. Well, is there anything else you guys want to say before we head on out?
Fucking shout out Big Money Cybergrind, shout out Mikau, shout out Zombie Shark, shout out Peter Rona, shout out PS You're Dead, Blind Equation, fucking Dead Sun Project, Data Cats, Crime Bird, Cheska Sama, Trust Ozu, all of my friends. Fucking shout out everyone. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah. Well, if you're looking for some heavy and beautiful death pop, is that what we landed on, or what did we land on for a genre?
Trap metal. Rock and roll. Good old fashioned rock and roll, baby.
Hell yeah, brother. Good old fashioned rock and roll.
Yes, sir, brother.
You need to check out Some Will See Your Light as a Curse, the debut EP from Silithyst, which came out back in March. You guys are on Bandcamp, Instagram, YouTube, and all streaming platforms. Am I missing anything? Oh, I guess you have some stuff on Big Money Cybergrind's Bandcamp to check out too. Is there any other kind of social media stuff?
Fucking at Silithyst NJ on Twitter, Instagram. You know.
Yeah.
I we don't have a Facebook, but I guess we should make one if we want to start getting booked.
Probably should. Do you guys have a TikTok by any chance? You seem like the kind of band that might be into that.
I really want to, so like keep a lookout for it, but not yet. I think I might have made the account. I don't know if I even did. So soon.
We have a bunch of ideas for TikToks. We just haven't done them yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, I can totally see y'all like blowing up on there.
And go to fucking twitter.com/@plotchickens and watch the Silithyst fan cam. Do you know what a fan cam is, Chris?
I have no fucking idea.
do you know what K-pop? Do you know like K-pop?
I mean, I know it's a thing. That's about it though.
So fan cams are when like the K-pop fans make edits, like sparkly edits of like the K-pop boys with like songs over them and like comment them on everything on Twitter, and someone made a Silithyst one. So yeah, that's that's what I want to plug.
So as for me, follow my channel so you always know when I go live. You can also sub to get access to the interviews before they hit YouTube and other streaming platforms, as well as get some exclusive emotes. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, click on the notification bell, don't forget to subscribe. It's a great way to support me for free. Check out my music, The Sound That Ends Creation, at thesoundthatenscreation at bandcamp.com. My album, Boomers, Zoomers, Desperate Coomers, is out now. My next guest is Mothman, who's dropping their debut album, Cancer Withdrawal, on Friday through Dark Trail Records. Join us this Sunday the 5th at 7 p.m. Central for the live cast. Thanks for being here, y'all. Hope you had a good time.
Mothman?
Dude, hell yeah, Mothman's awesome.
I don't know who that is as an artist, but...
Oh, dude, go check them out.
Yeah.
If you like grindcore kind of shit, it's really sick. Like power violence type of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching and listening.